Please subscribe to Matt Rhodes Sport on YouTube.
Guys, could you please subscribe to Matt Rhodes Sport? A lot of good content.
Hi guys, Matt Rhodes here, and World's Strongest Man 2021 just finished yesterday. Huge congratulations to Tom Stoltman, the winner. Brian Shaw did amazingly in second place, and Maxime Boudreau, a big surprise, third place. So huge credit especially to those three guys. Now, probably still the biggest talking point was, why was there no live stream? Why does it take so long to go out? And I see Colin Bryce in particular taking so much flack for this, really kind of online bullying non-stop. And I always wanted to do this channel with integrity, and whilst I agree that Colin rightly should come under scrutiny when he runs these things, like anyone does in any business, particularly in the public eye, we have to be fair, and a lot of the criticism he gets is actually not his fault at all. So I wanted to clear this up because I actually don't like what I'm seeing, all the kind of abuse. And in my opinion, it's incorrect when we have the facts. So I want to give you guys a lot of the facts today, and then you can make your mind up. Now, first of all, we know that a live stream is possible. The Arnold Strongman Classic and more recently the World's Ultimate Strongman do an amazing job. They're helping strongman, they're doing live streams which the fans ask for. Huge credit to both of those organizations. Big fans of them, and long may it continue. Giants Live is also a brilliant competition. And who is the co-owner of Giants Live? Colin Bryce. So why is it that everything that he does at Giants Live, most people are huge fans of, but then he goes to World's Strongest Man and everybody absolutely kills him? So maybe there's things that are out of his hands because he doesn't own World's Strongest Man. And so I want to explain what is really going on there. So the rights to World's Strongest Man are owned by IMG. And they're a production company that caters for a television audience. Now, generally speaking, TV rights are signed for a few years at a time. Now, without knowing 100%, I can be pretty confident in saying Colin Bryce gets no say at World's Strongest Man about what can be live streamed. He's the tournament director, but not anything to do with the actual television rights. He's an employee of World's Strongest Man, paid to be the tournament director. And within that job, he'd be under strict guidance for certain events, the way they want things to look. This year, maybe Titan's Turntable, to make something entertaining for TV, as opposed to what he might actually have selected for the athletes themselves. The reason we don't have a live stream is all down to media rights, and that is who has paid to broadcast the production. Last year, an organization called Wave TV signed a deal with IMG that gave them the rights to digital distribution on social media, so all the clips you see, things like that. They pay for the rights to show all that. And that deal alone is worth huge amounts of money, millions and millions. Now, the final production, when it's shown around the world, is viewed by over 200 million people, a massive global audience. So if you look at that from a commercial aspect, just think what that's worth from advertising revenue throughout the world. Now, IMG, who own World's Strongest Man, is a subsidiary of Endeavour. So Endeavour are the parent company. Now, a spokesperson for Endeavour said this: "When we were programmed consistently, we saw a steady and growing new revenue stream. It's a win-win because our fans now have decades of awesome World's Strongest Man content hitting their feeds every day. When we tell other media properties about the revenue we're driving via Facebook video, it shocks them. Now, why would doing a live stream potentially be a problem for them? What that would mean is they give up a lot of the value of the distribution rights. As I mentioned before, Wave TV have paid a huge amount of money for those rights. There's also the small argument that giving a live stream will then reduce the amount of viewers that actually watch on a global scale once it goes on TV. Now, I don't actually think that's the case, because I think only the sort of more hardcore fans, if you like, will watch a live stream, and they're likely to watch the TV production also again. So they'll probably watch it twice. So I don't think that's a particularly valid argument. It's much more about the money you already paid for the digital rights. Now, the production that goes into making World's Strongest Man is huge. It's literally like a film set, and you need a completely different set of production team to do a live stream, which would get in the way. There's not much room there anyway. So logistically, it's very difficult to have a setup for live stream. It's like a Hollywood film crew set there at the... Now, if you think about it, and they had a live stream, I would be surprised if they had 200,000 people watching it. I bet not a lot more than that. And when you think they have 200 million people watching the TV production, you realize that live stream is fairly insignificant for them, even if they were to spend the extra money and all the extra hassle of doing it. The difference is other organizations, Arnold Strongman Classic, World Ultimate Strongman, are not made for TV specifically. And so they do rely on things like live stream or a paying live audience who buys ticket. So if you look at the way Colin Bryce runs his own company, Giants Live, it's almost chalk and cheese with World's Strongest Man. So although I understand in his position, of course, people are going to criticize and have an opinion, we should be fair about this and not just throw abuse at the guy who's probably nearly all of this is out of his hands. At the end of the day, he makes a great Giants Live show, and the final production of World's Strongest Man is actually great too. As far as the live stream, the exact events and things like that, like I say, a lot of it is out of his hands. So let's be fair here and not just turn it into some kind of bullying focused on one person when there's a lot more to it than that. And I have no reason for bias whatsoever. Colin's never asked me to say something. I haven't been offered any incentive to explain this. I'm just doing it because it's what I feel is right. And as always, I try to arm you guys with as much information as possible instead of rumors going out here and there on the internet all the time. And it just comes up non-stop, this question, why no live stream? It's all Colin Bryce's fault. And it's just not that simple at all. So I hope that clears it up a bit for you guys. World's Strongest Man is a completely different beast to the other tournaments we see, because the global audience is not just the strongman fan base that watch Giants Live, Arnold Strongman Classic, and the World's Ultimate Strongman. It's a very different thing where casual fans will watch it. It's effectively a film set with a lot of bigwigs that get a say at the very top of a huge multi-billion-dollar organization. So can we critique Colin Bryce for some things? Yes, we can, just like you can me for giving my opinion. If Colin and myself put ourselves out there in public space, we have to expect public feedback. But no one should have to receive or expect abuse when often there's a lot more to the story than is on the surface. So I hope that explains it for you guys. You can leave your comments below, and if you have any more questions, I'll try to answer them as best I can. All in all, World's Strongest Man was a great event, and I think next month in America, you guys will get to see it, and in England, we'll see it at Christmas. And the one good thing about waiting that long is that we probably all have forgotten the results by then, so we can watch it and won't know what's going to happen. So thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for watching all of my coverage of this year's event. It was absolutely brilliant, and I'm sure when it finally goes out on TV, we'll all be watching it. Strongman has a great community of fans, and let's keep that going and make sure we're not giving too much abuse to the people really doing a lot of work in this sport, which right now is the Arnold Strongman Classic, World's Ultimate Strongman, and Giants Live. See you next time.